sunscreen. I really got to get some things worked out here. And then I can jump down to, I believe, this one. Or this one. No, clearly this one. And I'll turn that text off because it's not Friday night, it is Saturday night. And then I will go over here.
Last time I looked, it was.
I'm beginning to wonder. They had nothing gone to plan the way I wanted it to go tonight. And I got to make sure. That was me. That was my bad. Now I should be able to just bring this over here. Maximize that. Bring up zoom. And hopefully, this will kick over on in 40 seconds and show the zoom. Now, obviously, I got to go in and get some things running because, like I said, I'm like way behind.
We got to get ahead.
Honestly, I thought we were until 2 hours ago. But life happens. See that effect I got going for Greg here? Let me see. Right there.
Yeah.
Or not Greg, for Jeff. Man, I get you two confused. All right, so hopefully that kicked over. Let's see if that's been 40 seconds. Hopefully that's kicked over to Zoom. Where's my mouse at? And yes, it did. And
yeah, just got to pop
up. No, Alex. It looks like Tony Waddle beat you by milliseconds. Because he just says good evening, or he says evening, and then he says I'm first. Good try though. Valiant effort. So let me.
No, on mine it says me first. It says my name first, and then Tony Barlow, and then.
Oh, that's crazy because on mine it's got Tony, Alex. All right, I'm going to put my Gilligan back up for just a second. I'm going to go turn off a couple things here and try to figure out something real quick. I think this is the one I want. Give me 1 second. What's the current time? The current time is 8:34. That should be it right there. Good, that brought that back. That's what I was hoping it would do. Let me take my meds. I could change that, Jeff. First two went down, no problem. The second two decided to be a little bit of a pain. So let's get the video going and get rid of that. See what happens when I move.
Josh is going to join tonight.
He sent me an email. I sent him the. I responded to him. Excuse me. I don't know if he's answered my email or not. Let me go check real quick. He said, "I'd like to be on your Zoom meeting when you have them, please. Your friend." Hey, speaking of, man, are you psychic? You need to give me 6 lottery numbers, Alex. I need 6 lottery numbers.
Hi, everybody.
Hi, Josh.
Hi, hey, Josh.
You can't really think because it's not going. No, I'm not. I just happen to be good like that. I guess I'm not psychic that I know of.
Well, I'm trying to play with the newfound thing I made earlier today that suddenly is not working. Give me 1 second. Good to see you, Josh. Thank you for joining. Do you go by Josh or Joshua? Yeah, we might have lost him already.
Tell me if I want to tell them like. What was that?
Do you go by Josh or Joshua?
God.
All righty. The reason I ask is my son's name is Joshua Michael, and he sometimes goes by Joshua, and sometimes he goes by Josh. So I just wondered. Give me 1 second. Where did I not do that earlier today?
Hello, Kim.
Hello.
Hey, what's up, Tim?
Oh, not much. Doing the one chore that I hate doing.
Dishes or clothes?
Yep. How'd you know?
That's what I was doing today too.
Or going to Walmart if you're not me.
No, going to Walmart's not a chore.
Most people that I know hate going to Walmart.
I don't mind it. Never have minded shopping.
You know
I
what?
like shopping from home.
Well,
Oh yeah, that can be
I
fun.
like shopping from Amazon just because I physically can't get out and go driving, but I actually am one of the few people that I know that actually likes going to Walmart.
I blew $1,000 today on something.
Video cards.
I wish. I'm still waiting on that guy. I bought a mountain bike e-bike.
Oh,
Is it? That's electric. That's electric, right?
Yeah, 750 watt. Can go up to almost 35 miles an hour.
Wow.
So theoretically, this little thing that says that Jeff Ryman that just popped up that says you are the skipper should not be working because I'm not actually signed in, but it appears to be working. So I will click on the other one Jeff said see you after supper. Yeah, no wait, that says you are the skipper. Yep, now it says see. So do I need to make that a little bit bigger, you think, or is that about right?
Did Jeff Ryman thing there?
Yeah, the thing that's at the thing that's right above the clocks.
It looked fine the way you had it.
Yeah, I've got to fine tune it. So if somebody could be so kind as just make a comment in the chat on YouTube for me, I would appreciate it. Oh, whatever you'd like.
well, hell, I'll leave it.
Well, hell, I'll leave it. That's a good comment. Write that in there. Let's see how quick that changes. Okay, good. And then I can turn it off just like that. Okay. Eventually, I'll get this to where it will come in on its own and go away on its own. It's going to take some time to do. I got started watching that this afternoon after Doug.
And the stuff on the bottom with that clock there on the side's kind of distracting a little bit.
Yeah, I kind of need
when you already had that on the bottom.
Right. So, is that one? No. Okay. What? Hang on. I got to figure out which one that is actually.
Uh-oh.
Well, because instead of naming them what they truly are, I just put in there browser 1, browser 2, browser 3, browser. I'm up to the 8th browser.
I really like that on the bottom there. It's kind of cool.
Yeah, I'm trying to group them together.
I noticed it doesn't update as fast.
Actually,
4 minutes behind.
Then that's my bad. Then let me check and make sure I got the right thing.
I noticed that last night. it stayed at the same time for 20 minutes, and then it eventually moved
Then that's
to
my
the correct time.
Well, that's because I've done something wrong. Give me 1 second, and I will see if I can fix
No,
that.
you
Oh,
never
now
do.
there it is. It's at the right time.
All right, we'll just see how this goes. And now it should pop up there and say, "I'll leave too" by Alex Cheek.
Oh, it shows the comments. That's cool.
Yeah, that it's a thing that I've wanted to do for a while, and I just haven't figured out how to do it. And I've got it to this point. Now I got to streamline it a little bit better. So
all of the gamers on Twitch do that, or a lot of them do.
right, and a lot of people use it on StreamYard. It's a StreamYard function. It's finally someone's figured out how to bring it into OBS. So we'll see. We'll see. There's a couple things I'm going to clearly get rid of. I ran into issues working on getting the cool things you can make it do done. And then I was informed that we had someplace to go at 6 o'clock, and then 6 o'clock turned into 7 o'clock, 7 o'clock turned into 7:30, 7:30 turned into 7:45. Anyway, look at him smile because he doesn't know the pressures of having a wife.
Well, I know that my mom has said that my mom's told my dad before that she's gonna leave and go somewhere in 30 minutes, and then that turns into an hour, and it turns into an hour and a half, and it turns into 2 hours, and then she finally leaves, and it's almost turned dark.
Yep.
By the time
Don't be in a hurry to get married. You're not missing anything.
No, I'm not in a hurry to get married. I don't even have a girlfriend.
Well, we went over to get boxes tonight, and that took 40 minutes because she had to go around and say goodbye to everybody again. Meanwhile, I'm out in the cold, which is 64 degrees. Not cold, but you know the theory. So.
Really?
I went to the store earlier. Man, it's cold. Well, it's the wind.
Yeah, we have strong winds right now too.
49
53.
now.
Ugh.
It actually was 72 here earlier.
79 tomorrow.
Yeah, we're currently still holding steady at 64 degrees, so that's kind of good. So yeah, Josh, thank you for joining us. You're welcome to be here anytime you can be here. That would be cool.
Military jets taking off at night. Uh-oh.
Heading for Ukraine.
More than likely.
It's about 56 degrees here in the Mobile.
So Kenny Wooden just said, I wonder if Doug is still working. Oh, wait, you guys can see it on the stream if you're watching because I just hit my little toy.
Yeah, he's probably still waiting on this. He's probably still waiting on that super slow hard drive to make a 500 gigabyte or around their image backup.
Single jet. That's odd.
Yeah, I figure if he joins us on Zoom for an update or on the phone for an update, it's taking a lot longer than he anticipated.
It took me 4 hours. It took me about 4 hours to do a 600 gig image backup for somebody. Last time
How long?
4 hours.
For how much?
500, around 600 gigs, 575 gigs compressed.
It takes me about 3 hours to do an image backup from a spinning drive to a SSD.
And it took almost that long, believe it or not, to restore the image from the image file to the SSD because there was so much stuff on there. And when I restored it and tried to boot up the Windows, it was just as slow on the SSD as it was on the hard drive.
Forgot to put my hat on.
That was a terabyte I did.
Yeah, I got a terabyte in my desktop, and I got a 256 gig in my laptop. So I'm doing better on the desktop than I am my laptop.
My laptop has a 480, not quite 500 gig SSD, and I've got a terabyte, not Samsung 980 in my desktop computer.
What did I buy for this new deal? What was it, 3 terabytes she recommended? I can't remember.
So even though I was completely lost on 90% of what was going on today, I thought the stream today was really good.
Yeah, I like it. I know.
Most of the commands that we're trying to use were pretty much. Doug was trying was pretty much useless because those commands are for NBR partition, not GPT. So you wasn't missing much.
GPT can be a little annoying.
Aren't most things nowadays all GPT though?
Yes, unless you're using ancient hardware.
Yeah.
Hey, go easy on the ancient references now. Some of us in this chat represent ancient.
I don't know about anybody else, but I'm getting younger every day.
Oh, your name's Benjamin Bratt. I didn't know that. So this is pretty cool. I'll have to figure out which comments that I want to share over the stream. And even though, now this is kind of interesting.
Will it do it automatically?
No. Well, let me say I don't know, but I'm going to go out on a limb and say no. It's pretty interesting that I showed one that Tony has since retracted. That's kind of cool because that keeps that in that box. So I'll have to watch the chat a little bit better, and if something gets there and then immediately retracted, I should not show that over YouTube. That would be wrong of me. So there's a theory behind the hat, believe it or not. Today it was my hair was so messed up that I put a hat on.
Black might have came by and visited you last night.
Who?
The Men in Black might have came by and visited you last night.
I actually want to get Ken Stout live put across there.
That could be done.
Yeah. So that's the theory. There's a couple things I've got in the making in my little gray matter. I got to practice something here.
Yeah, I've got t-shirts.
Okay, I got to go about right there to scare Jeff when he shows up because that shows the pumpkins. Okay.
Yeah, I've got t-shirts made with Tim Sowell Photography written on it, and it's got 3 pictures of me on the back taking photos and a little small one on the front, like a little kind of logo type deal. I like it.
That's just something I thought of a while back. I'm sure my hair looks, it looks all right. So I'll just take that off. But earlier,
I don't want to wear them because I don't want nobody to know who the hell I am because it's got my name on it.
Yeah, it's been a Philippine minute. Oh, yeah, that's what it was exactly, Tony. It was a Philippine 45 minutes. But it's all good. She had a lot of good connections there. I think that's the wrong word, but she knew a lot of people that liked her and respected her and enjoyed her work. And it was okay. She went around and told them goodbye. I just wish she would have told me that was the intent. My thought was, oh, we're picking these boxes up. Bada boom, bada bang. We're in, we're out. No, we weren't.
That doesn't just apply to Philip. That doesn't just apply to Filipino. That applies to all women.
Yeah, I think he's just being nice about it.
Most women.
Most is being spelled in this case A-L-L, most.
I used to hate going shopping with Julie. Buy the same freaking thing every week, but you still gotta read everything on the box.
Yeah, when I was little, I was trapped going everywhere, going to doctor's appointments and going shopping with my nana and my mommy, everywhere. So they always dragged me to Penny's and Dillard's and.
I go grocery shopping, I get what I need, and get the hell out of there. I ain't gonna read everything. Nothing's changed. Why read it 3 million times over and over?
Yeah, about the only thing that's changing is the price nowadays, and that just keeps going up and up and up.
Wow. Only bought 3 things at the store earlier, and it was $40. I was like, whoa, prices are going up.
I'm curious. I grab this and bring it over here. See if that affects the stream or not.
I guess I'm gonna have to order AA rechargeable batteries off of Amazon because this store's not keeping them in stock no more.
Now, I was gonna say, I guess for some things, it's almost cheaper to order them on Amazon than it is to actually go to the store and get them if they're like non-perishable things, or if you can get like Amazon Fresh where you live, which I'm sure.
Walmart delivers here too. We got super Walmarts. If I could, I'd order everything online and have it delivered. I don't have to make that trip. It is. It's cheaper.
I would too, just because of my not being able to drive and my disability, but because I live in a small town, we don't have
Ooh, nice van.
I owned one that looked exactly like that.
My brother's got one.
Hey, Rick.
Yeah, well. Hey, Rick, how you doing? I'm doing all right.
Hey, Rick.
Eating my Oreo stuffed cookies again.
So how did you enjoy being on the Zoom today?
I don't know, as usual, I let you guys do the talking.
Or is it just not for you to be? Is it just not something you're interested in to be on Doug's Zoom?
Oh, I am, but I just don't say anything. You guys, yeah, I kind of don't say anything either.
Yeah.
Sometimes I get frustrated. I want to say something, but he goes through all these different rabbit holes. But I understand what he's trying to do for training.
Sure.
Thing for people that don't know what to do. So I just keep quiet, bite my tongue.
In oral communication, when I was the last one to hand in their final essay or their final paper after I had handwritten 4 pages of stuff because he didn't want me to type it out on my computer because he thought it would give me an advantage that everybody else didn't have. And so,
oh really?
When I handed in my paper to him, when I was the last one in the room, he said something along the lines of, "Alex, I'll probably give you an A just because you were the most you were the one that did most of participated most in the class and did all the discussions and everything. And guess what? I ended up with an A."
I was that way in high school. I didn't say a damn word. Didn't do me any good to talk, and then they told me to shut up, we're talking. That's why you guys talking.
Well, I was the one, at least in oral communication, I was the one that did all the talking.
You are the one here that does all the talking. Which is okay, I don't have a problem with it, but I'm just not one to give my opinion unless I'm paid for it.
Sometimes I don't know when to keep my mouth shut.
I'm the same way, I don't know when to shut up either. I have the opposite problem, Steve. They look at me and say, "You want to talk?" I look at them and say, "No." It doesn't matter who I talk.
Sometimes it makes people mad, and I've had to learn, just, hey, gotta wait your turn.
Well, for someone that likes to talk, I tell you how to make people really freaked out. Just don't say anything for a while, and they're like, "Are you okay?"
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
What's wrong with you? Oh, I didn't take my meds today.
Yeah, I just took mine earlier.
I like to play a little reverse psychology sometimes too.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I told my neighbors at 8 o'clock and they still hadn't kicked in.
So, Josh, where are you located at?
Pittsburgh, PA.
Okay.
Pennsylvania. I got relatives there. What part?
I used to live in 5-5, but I live in Memorial now.
Okay.
Where?
I'll see if I can't get you added to the clock down there at the bottom. I'm still working on changing the coloring on that. I don't like the white on gray or gray on white or whatever. It's just going to take me a couple days to figure that out too.
Blue or something dark looking.
Yeah, I maybe, yeah.
To match the black background.
Well, first I got to figure out how to change the color of the background. Once I do that, then I can, fine tune it to the specific color.
The background is not the Zoom window with all of our videos on it. Not the black part of that, but the rest of the.
No, the clock. No, the time at the bottom. I want to change that background. For now, it's okay. I'm not happy with how it looks, but it's okay. It's acceptable for now. And I did away with the clock because that was kind of redundant to have my time in there under Indianapolis and Mattoon. I could do away with Indianapolis. I'm not there yet.
I have an idea.
Okay.
Why don't you just put Darren Stein wherever Newcastle or where he's at, and then for the rest of us that are in the USA, just put Central, Pacific, and Eastern. So you don't have to have all of the cities listed individually, so you can save space. So if you've got more, like Australia or whatever.
Right, but right now the website I'm using doesn't allow me to do it that way. I have to do it by city. I haven't figured out a way if I can change it into countries yet or not. And then if I do it by countries, I got to go Eastern, Central, Mountain, and Pacific. So that's going to be 4 right there. Right now, I believe there's 9. If anyone wants to take the time to count them and verify that, I believe there are 9.
I don't think we have anybody on here that I know of that's in Mountain, but
I don't know. Greg's on Vegas, or Jeff's in Vegas, so he's on Pacific.
I know Colorado's in Mountain, but
well, later tonight I will Google the time zones to see what mountain zone encompasses.
I notice it's not updating again. 6:45.
Really?
I know there's a little bitty spot. In western Texas, extreme western Texas, that's part of Mountain.
Should have updated now. Maybe.
That's weird. Must be a stupid setting somewhere.
Yeah, I didn't minimize that web page. I left it open because I think when I minimize it, that's when it freezes it up. So we'll see. Good catch. There's David in. Hello, Dave. Good to see you.
Hey, Dave. Last night I see Black Mike. He is still alive.
Yeah, he was on Doug's channel earlier today.
Yeah, for a little bit.
Castle was there.
Yeah. I think she was having internet problems, though, because she said hi to everybody, and then she went away, and then she came back, and then she kind of went away again. So, but it was good to see her. It was good that she's all right. So I'm going to point something out to Dave. Dave, I got the StreamYard effect now where I can actually bring comments up.
You have to highlight that?
Yeah, I'm going to do one where I use both OBSs, and I'll show you how it's done.
I'm just curious. I've seen Kerry do it a few times.
Yeah, when he's on StreamYard, but he doesn't do it on OBS.
Yeah.
Hey, Holtman.
Yes.
Yeah, I watch his YouTube channel a lot.
Yeah, I think every one of us kind of through Kerry and Doug, and that's about it. Ended up right here on my channel. Hey, thanks, Dave. I appreciate that. I'm working on adding some glimmer and glamour to it, and that might take a while. But we will get it, or I will get it. Or we'll do what I did the other day, and I'll bring everybody on Zoom, and we'll all figure it out. And boy, was that fun. No, it was. There was things people noticed that I didn't notice, and we tried a couple things, and it worked just fine. The main thing being that if you download a zip file, you have to extract the zip file before it works. Huh.
Really? I still do that sometimes. I'll click on it. Oh crap! I haven't extracted yet.
So how many hours was that? 3 hours and 16 minutes.
Depending on what you're doing, sometimes that's not accurate though. But most of the time, the majority of the time, you do have to extract the zip file. But sometimes I ran into certain situations where you don't.
Yeah,
I hate when you accidentally extract it and it goes to a place that you can't find it.
yeah, I've done that too.
That's
I
annoying.
can relate to that as well.
I've never done that.
So I ended up
Yeah,
downloading
great.
it again and doing it the correct way. End up with 2 versions and don't know where the other one's at.
I think one of the biggest factors I'm going to have with this little newfound toy of mine is I'm going to have to figure out the location and how wide to make it based on, because if someone puts 3 or 4 lines in there, it's not going to fit in that box. I would have to go in there and adjust it. So that's got to be worked on. I do know I can make that YouTube logo that's in the bottom right-hand corner go away. That's pretty simple. But I also want to do other things with it. So
The S is cut off on Saturday on the top of the YouTube screen.
no, that's because it's Saturday. It's not Saturday. It's Saturday. That's intentional. You know where he's about to go.
I kept thinking it was Sunday all day today because I was off yesterday.
Earlier today, I think today's Sunday.
There, how's that?
Back to my phone, like, oh, it's Saturday. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I'm still learning OBS. It's still a work in progress, and there's some things that do work well, and there's some things that don't work well. There's some things that were working really well until I tried to do a backup the wrong way, and I lost everything. But that's fine.
Tour of duty is on. It's Saturday.
After 47 years, I'm still trying to figure out my days of the week.
That's
Never
the
can't
one.
figure it out.
That's the one day I hardly ever forget.
Saturday or Sunday?
And that's Sunday because we always go to church on Sunday unless we're sick or something. Or unless church is closed because of the bad weather or whatever.
Yep.
Well, we haven't been closed because of the bad weather. Closed because of COVID nowadays. Government is actually getting improving. We're down to minimal effect of COVID in Crown County. So my
there's
that could spike tomorrow. We could be back up to the danger level.
a closed school system here. You know, it's masks are optional for kids now. I think this stupid governor's about ready to lift a lot of stuff too.
Ours lifted everything quite a while ago. At people's risk. You say you don't have to wear a mask, you don't have to get there. We encourage you to get the shot, but you don't have to. Oh, you shouldn't have said it that way because everybody just dropped the vaccine. And said, he said we don't have to get it, so we're not saying he didn't say that, but never, whatever.
A while back, I think it was on CNN. A while back, the Arkansas governor got together with the New York governor, and they were talking about how they're handling all this stuff. Their differences in handling all this stuff.
Oh, that's weird. What are you doing, Ken?
I'm waiting for Josh to come back so I can ask him to spell the city he's in for me.
Looks like when you move the scroll wheel in your mouse, all the stuff moved up and down.
Yeah.
I'm in the mobile.
Can you spell that, please?
Hold on.
Or give me the biggest city around you. That would probably be better.
Pittsburgh.
Pittsburgh.
I'm in the Eastern time zone.
Yeah, now I gotta go see what you guys were talking about, that everything moved or shifted.
It went back though. I think it was something with your mouse did it. You was looking at the other screen and didn't catch it.
Okay, I added Pittsburgh, so now it's Seaside, Tony Wallow, Las Vegas, Jeff, Brainerd, Rick, Sheridan, Alex. Indianapolis will be me. Jacksonville would be Stealth Mode. I may take him out. Pittsburgh will be Joshua. Great Mills would be Greg, and Newcastle would be Darren. So, it's
What
pretty.
about Gary?
Haven't added him yet. Haven't added Jim yet either.
What about Tim and Doug?
You were on there at one point in time.
We can't get him. We can't forget about Dougie.
Oh, we can, but we won't tell
I'm
him.
just messing with you.
Gary doesn't know how to pronounce my town. He says Bernard.
In all honesty, Tim, I think when I tried to add Fresno, it would not let me add Fresno. If I remember right, of course now it will.
I just learned something the other day. Fresno means ash tree in English.
Yeah.
There you go.
Hey, Jim, how you doing?
Oh, not
Jim?
too bad. Oh, forgot to turn the freaking camera on. Hang on.
Oops.
Fits right in with us.
OE operator.
There you go, Tim. I added you. You're now the second, third. You're the second one in, but I've got to go in and adjust it. So this is where it will become an issue because the more I add, the more adjustments I got to make, and it's time consuming to figure out how to do it.
Oh, while you're live, yeah, it's kind of hard. It is cool though. that
I
you
did
can do
learn
that.
tonight though that you can actually do a live stream and never go live because I did it. It was pretty cool.
Really?
Yep, it was really cool.
You did a private live stream. You didn't share it with anybody else's email. So
Unlisted, and I never turned on OBS and it never went live, but I got the effect to work I wanted to work. It was really, really cool. I'll do a stream on it one of these days. So, Jim, you look like you've had a rough day. Let me guess. You probably watched 4 hours of Doug. No, wait a minute.
Oh, you don't want me to start. You do not want me to start.
Oh, I'm right with you on that. I would have done what you suggested a long time before.
I mean, look, I understand that it's an intellectual exercise for him. I get that.
Sure.
But it's very frustrating. Very, very frustrating.
Yeah.
And you know what? I've done intellectual experiments myself. The Windows 11 on the old hardware. That's an intellectual experiment for me. But I do it on my own stuff. I don't do it on people's stuff that they want me to work on. They're interested, I need this yesterday.
Right.
Not to go through chasing around freaking squirrels everywhere. No. You pull
Yeah,
the data off,
can we
you
no
load
longer
the
call
operating
them
system,
rabbit
but
holes? I noticed we refer to them now as squirrels.
It's just, I'm sorry, it aggravated me. I had to leave.
But I noticed you came back, so that was good.
I came back into the chat after probably about a half an hour, 45 minutes of me just, yelling while I was in the room.
I can relate to that.
Look, I like Doug. He's a nice guy. I understand what he's doing and the things behind why he's doing what he's doing. It's just that I don't do that kind of thing on customers' things they want me to fix.
Yeah.
That's funny because my customers ask me to do everything else but reload the OS. Do not reload the OS. I won't allow you. I'll try to do everything else first, but if I have to.
You know what? I give it about maybe 30 minutes, an hour at the absolute most, and then it's like, no, I'm done.
Yeah.
I'm done. This is what we have to do. End of story.
Yeah.
If that's not good enough for you, then here, take it and find somebody else who will do it. And hopefully they'll get it back to you in 3 weeks.
I wiped and reloaded this computer about 3 weeks ago. I just took all the data off and put it somewhere else because I didn't have an image backup of it.
That's all you really
Yeah,
have
I
to
just
do.
had to reload all my programs and start all over, and actually it's even better than it was.
Yes, because it's not floating around with a bunch of registry crap in there.
Yeah.
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 Registry crap's hard to fix anyway. I don't have time for it. No, I don't have patience for it.
I have not even the time or the patience for it. I just don't. Because, like I said, if somebody brings me something that's like, I need you to make this work again, and it's like, well, okay,
Right.
here's what we're probably going to have to do. If that's not what you want to do, then I'm not the guy you should see. Take it someplace else. Like Carrie, I'd be a horrible businessman. Because as far as I'm concerned, I prefer to pick and choose what I'll work on.
I've only turned down work maybe 2 or 3 times as far as computer work.
Well,
And the reason why I did that, because I knew they weren't going to pay for anything. This was, one of those freeloaders.
Yeah.
Like, bye-bye.
Yeah, that's like my family. That's like the extended family. It's like they expect me to do it for nothing, and my response to that is no.
Well, people at work hit me up all the time. Can you do this? Can you do this? No. Get our IT guy to do it.
Here's the minimum for family and whatnot. Okay, so you will be buying the parts. I may give you the labor for free, but you are absolutely buying the parts. You're not leaving me stuck with that.
Oh, no, I'm not giving any parts away for free. That's a no-no.
So I'm hoping we get maybe one or
I did get screwed out of one solid state hard drive.
Hey, how you doing?
I bought the part, and that's another long story, and I'm not going to talk about
it. You only have to get burnt once.
Well, I start off at $100 an hour, and they usually turn around and say, "Oh, I'll go find someone cheaper." Thank you.
Yeah.
$100 is about $80 an hour. 75 to 80. Family, $100 right off the bat. Nope.
I'm not saying that I'm the absolute whiz here, but I've got 30 plus years of screwing around with PC hardware. You're paying me for my expertise, or you're not. It's up to you.
Yeah. Hey, Gary.
Windows 95. Windows 95, 98. That's when I started.
Though I had, you guys are talking computers, but I had almost the same thing at dinner tonight. Took my son, his wife and daughter, and my daughter and wife, and my daughter and my niece, or my granddaughter, sorry, ordered me a special dish with gold flake on it. Outrageously expensive. And I'm thinking, I thought they were covering. I didn't know what it was, how much. Thanking, very polite. I got the bill. Whoa. So it's not a computer part, but it's like, why am I paying for this? Same thing you guys are talking about, really. Yeah, you got the bill. Exactly. Same thing you just said, basically. Why am I paying for your parts? That's absolutely.
I post myself. Can you answer this? I post myself on Facebook, and I say I'll put on Facebook specifically. I'll make I do the edges, the DVD transfers, make DVDs, make CDs, and I do repairs for computers. But then I post that, and a day or two later, I'm getting. Can you repair my cell phone? Can you repair my tablet? Can you repair my Xbox? Can you repair my PS5?
Yeah, I have a nephew who's in his 30s who asked me about whether I work on cell phones, and I said I replaced the battery once in an iPhone 6, and after that experience, I'm never touching another cell phone. Period. They are a bear. I've done it once in 6 also. Seemed like it lasted about a year and a half. I don't touch phones. No way.
You won't fix my son's screen on his cell phone?
But I'm sorry. What part of I don't work on cell phones did you not understand?
What?
Yeah. Jim? It's actually not a cell phone. It's a modem. Yeah, there you go.
But at least, if they want me to work on a cell phone, and if I tell them I can't work on a cell phone, if it's somebody around town here local, I can refer them to our computer guy uptown that has a shop, because that's about all. That's about probably about 80% of what he does is screen repairs and for iPhones and Androids and stuff.
Yeah, and for somebody who does that all the time, that's fine. I don't do that all the time. In fact, I've literally only ever worked on one cell phone. That's it. So I don't have the expertise I don't have the background. I don't have the experience. And quite frankly, based on the one experience I did have, I don't want to do it again. There's a guy down the road like that. Both of you, Jim and Alex, is, I mean, he can take a string up. Like, whoa, how quick can you do it? But for
Hey!
do it right.
Sorry, I made someone wait. I have to apologize first and foremost.
Oh, here we go. Woo!
Hello. Let's see.
I don't think that's really Doug. It's probably Joe.
No, it doesn't look a bit like him. Somebody's got their YouTube.
His ears were burning.
He's probably, look at that grin. He's doing this on purpose.
Yeah, I'm sure he is.
Hey, Doug, sorry you had to wait.
No problem.
I had to step out and get a water.
I have not been listening. I just came in to give you an update because I'm not going to be going live. I've progressed quite a while further. I've done several other things that I thought might be a solution. Don't have a solution. And it could wind up being a wipe and reload. But I still have perseverance left in me because I'm a Doug.
So, which one of the 5 Dougs are we addressing right now?
Persistent Doug. Never give up, Doug. Yeah. You can just make up any name for the Doug you're talking to that seems to fit.
We'll come for food.
So, do you have a point in mind or a time that you've absolutely tried everything that you think you can, not going down a rabbit or squirrel hole and saying, that's it, I just need to reload this and move on?
No, I don't have a deadline set.
Okay.
That happens when I feel I've had enough.
Okay.
And I've been down this road many times before. And this was part of my motivation in creating the YouTube channel, because there were times when I would spend unreasonable amount of time trying to fix a hopeless problem, knowing that I should give it up sooner, and I keep going. And so how can I get something redeeming out of it? And that was to create YouTube videos. So,
Doug, I actually ran into the same problem on my desktop, on my Dell. And the only thing I was able to do to fix it is reload.
Yeah. Now, I did go check on the one person in YouTube that was referring to Brightech's video, and that was basically a registry restore. So I went and looked in the registry folder, and the registry backups are not there, meaning the registry backup in Task Scheduler is disabled on this computer. Now, since then, another idea that came to mind, we know that System Restore doesn't show as available, but I'm going to go into the System Restore folder, which is etc config driver, something like that. And the System Restore files that are stored in there include all 5 registry hives. So if there's old copies of registry files there, that might be useful. And again, that's a long shot. That's a stubborn dog with a bone.
I have a thought, because I thought about it too, is I think when it was updating, probably a cumulative package, I don't know if that's what it was, but it went to sleep as it was doing it, because I know he did not shut it down.
Oops.
Well, he says he got to the prompt for restart your computer. You need to restart your computer to finish installing updates. Well, there's an option at that point to shut down rather than restart. Restart and update and install updates, or shut down, and when you turn it back on, it should finish installing the updates.
He hit shut down instead of restart?
Yeah, he did shut down instead of restart. And he said it both verbally to us and in his email that he was about to leave on a trip and he didn't trust the computer to restart itself, is what he said. So he chose to shut down. Now,
I think that was at the point when he had the prompt for restart to complete installing updates. But of course, he's not a tech. So is it possible that he actually shut it down before all of the updates got to this point of being ready for restart? I don't like that option of shutdown. I always want to do a restart and see it finish now. Another thought on mine. Oh, I know. I booted from a Windows 10 thumb drive, and I was able to select to uninstall recent updates. There was an
I was
option.
just about to ask.
I was going to suggest that earlier today.
Yeah, well, that option wasn't available when using the repair options from being booted from the drive itself. I don't think they were. But anyway, I did both of those, and both of them, I captured it on video. Both of them says we're unable to uninstall your updates. So that did not work. I have a couple other ideas in mind, but I'm not going to go through them now because I've kind of reached the end of my. I do have a cutoff time to get off of the computer, or I won't sleep well. So I got to get off and let my mind slow down. And tomorrow is intended to be a family day, so I really don't think that I'll be back on a live stream. But I just thought I'd check in and give you that update.
Tell your daughter I said hi.
Sure, sure.
Tell your grandson I said hi.
All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and bounce out.
Appreciate the update. Thank you, Doug.
You're welcome. Catch y'all later.
Yep.
Bye.
See ya. Well, I have to admit that man's getting stubborn.
I think he's going by the hour. We just don't know it.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's definitely getting
The older
stubborn.
you get, the stubborner you get.
Now you're not going to tell me that his ears weren't burning.
And I honestly did not have any insight, but I figured he might jump on here and say something, and he did. So
Yeah. I didn't think he'd jump on, but I figured he'd not have a lot of progress. So I think something was deleting when it did whatever it did, and it's gone now.
yeah. I mean, I'm guessing it's probably not a good thing to hit shutdown in the middle of whatever he was doing.
Well, no. From what I understand, when you get to the point where it's finished downloading and installing the updates, you have two options: install updates and restart, or install updates and shut down. But they still install more when you come back up.
Okay.
Yeah, that's true.
Right.
And the guy chose to install and shut down.
Well,
My guess is that there was something already corrupted by that time.
Yeah.
And no matter which option he had chosen, he'd wound up with this problem.
I believe you're right on that, Jim.
I never got down my desktop with you.
Of course, for everybody, I'll be Gary. Maybe not, but he wasn't there to see what it would say. Right.
I have mine programmed to shut down every morning at 4:30.
I never ever got down my computer. Never.
I will interject something. I usually don't do updates on Gary goes someplace. It's kind of a rule.
I won't let it update if I gotta go somewhere.
Well, that's the reason why I have my computer set up in group policy, Windows 10 Pro group policy to notify me that an update's available, but not to download or install without me expressly pressing the download button.
Have you checked the task scheduler to see what it says?
Are you talking to me?
Anybody, but yeah, Alex, you.
No, I have not. But that's what it says.
Task scheduler overrides group policy for stuff like that.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it actually runs the update program. It doesn't run the update check. It runs update.
That's nice to know.
I'm not aware of that. Every time there's an update available, it'll pop up in my lower right hand corner and say you have updates available to install, but it doesn't actually download or install unless I press download.
It usually does on most. That's how some people get Windows 11. I found out.
I forgot how I used to do it, but I had to go through 3 or 4 different steps. And when we first got all the Windows 10 computers at work, the updates were interrupting our workflow. I'm like, okay, let's do this. I turned the damn updates off altogether, and everybody's like, no, you can't do it. Yes, you can do it. It's a certain way you got to do it.
I haven't had an update on this thing in weeks.
Well, they do it every second Tuesday of the month.
I avoid secretaries. I just don't do updates. Not until 2 weeks later.
Some of those are security updates that you really need.
Now if I do those 3 weeks later,
I have to be Gary again. Microsoft gave Windows 11 an update today at 5 o'clock.
That's Windows 11?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, they say it's on the same schedule, but you better check what's coming over.
What about Windows 11?
I got an update today at 5:04, 5 o'clock basically.
3 days early. That's interesting.
No, it's when it was ready. That's when they're sending them for Windows 11.
So they got a different schedule for Windows 11.
No, they have no schedule. If it's ready, it's ready.
Oh, really?
Yep. I got a cumulative update for Windows 11.
So you can get another update tomorrow and not even, huh?
Yep.
Wow.
All I got was an antivirus update just now.
And I've gotten 2 of those today.
10 3 times a day.
I got a 1359 1427 about a half hour ago.
I kept my Windows update right now. I probably don't have anything.
Ever since Doug did a reinstall in March of my OS, I've never had a problem with it.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I didn't know he did that.
Yeah, he's got 5 videos on it.
Oh, well, I have to go back and look at those.
Was determined to figure it out.
I have 543 processes running. Utilization's at 94%.
I've only got 81 processes running.
And I'm doing other stuff besides talking.
I don't have this processors running because I'm on a computer. I'm on the iPad.
But I got 75 processes running in the background.
I'm actually wireless into a car right now, a real car, in the garage.
Boy, there's a comment to be made there, and I'm not going to make it.
It's resetting the speed limiter. I'm getting tired of that. I'm sorry, what was that, Gary? It's doing what? The car is resetting the speed limiter.
What? So you're doing 100 miles an hour, you're sitting still.
No, if I'm going, whatever. If I press, it will just stay there. It'll just won't go any faster. I get the limiter on about 2 weeks.
So I must put a disclaimer out here at this point in time. Kids, do not drive down the road like Gary's doing right now and be on Zoom at the same time and watch your speedometer reset. Okay, Gary, go ahead.
And don't try this at home.
My mom has actually handed me her phone before and told me to text somebody something so she don't have to pull over and text it. So she don't have to text while she's driving.
Yeah, but here in Minnesota, you would get arrested for doing that.
Yep. Same
It's
here.
almost everywhere.
Even
now.
even the passenger texting would get arrested?
Yeah, you cannot have a phone. Well,
That's
if
not
an
an issue.
officer sees you do that, take your phone and hand it to somebody, they'll pull you.
Oh,
over.
okay.
Get a ticket for it. You cannot do that in Minnesota.
Out here, it has to be hand free. So you need something glued to the dashboard or suction cup or whatever, and the phone has to be on. If it's not on there, you're gonna get a ticket.
Yeah, I think Brainerd is now doing that. They don't see
I
a
don't
hands-free
understand
device in
how
your car.
come-
They will
You
look at it. They'll have you step out. The officer will sit in the driver's seat and say, "I don't see no hands-free device for your phone." You
you
can
can't
access
even
it.
you
I
can't
will tell
even
you. I will tell you something from going 3 years of school and passing a test. Do not get out of your car. Let them bring the dog to sniff it.
you can't even hold it in your hand and have it on speakerphone or have it in the seat beside you talking on the darn speakerphone. It has to be stuck to a hands-free device. It's,
Mine
Yeah,
syncs up to the car, and I can hear it in all speakers and everything else. Fine. No problem with that.
some cars don't have it.
New car time. New car time.
Even if you don't have a, even if
But
you don't
80%
have
of
a
them
new
do have it.
car, even if you don't have a new car, there's a device that you can get. If your car has an auxiliary port but doesn't have Bluetooth, you can connect. You can connect your. You can connect this device to your auxiliary port, and connect your phone to the Bluetooth that device puts off. So it gives your car. It gives your old car Bluetooth. The only thing you have to have is an auxiliary port.
And if
Okay.
you don't have one and you can buy an adapter like a cassette,
Hey,
pop it
Jim,
in there.
Greg, Ken, can you get one for the 8-track deck?
Is that car still running?
Well, that's I like Kenny 2 days after a clean install of Windows 10, he was offered
Or
11. That's funny.
Yeah, I'm
Kenny,
trying
that must
to.
be a really recent system.
Have you gotten any more pushes for Windows 11 on your little experiment?
No, possibly because TPM is turned off again in the BIOS. So
Oh, okay.
I will have to probably go back in there and see what it's going to do.
Did it do that by itself?
You know, that's the interesting thing. I don't remember turning it off.
Yeah.
I don't know why it's off. All of a sudden, it's just off. I
Right.
don't know why.
I did tell a friend how not to get Windows 11, and I think it works. Take the power supply out.
This is
There
a
you
new
go.
thing I discovered, Jim, that I'm trying to figure out how I'm going to make it work when something like this is put in the chat room. I can now display it on the stream, but I'm gonna have to play around with it because if someone writes 4 or 5 lines, i.e. using up all 200 characters, I've got to figure out where it's going to go. And then the cool thing is one push of one button and it goes away. So
Yeah, okay, yeah. I see Kenny says he did a clean install. That's the clean install is not the issue, Kenny. What I'm wondering is how new is the hardware?
I've seen a clean install get it right away, though, when you're doing the updates. So I have seen that.
now see, I adjusted it for his previous comment, which fit relatively good, and now this one's cutting off the part of the second 2 on the date. I'm just going to have to tinker around with it until I can get it to where it's going to actually do what I want it to do, which will take me some time, but that should get it all.
You're probably not able to do that until you're live, right?
No, now that I discovered today that I can actually do it without being live, I will go in there and make comments to myself and figure it out.
Oh, that's what you're doing, talking to yourself.
Well, we weren't going to discuss that, but since the beans have been spilled and the cat's out of the bag.
ever since I got that first notification for Windows 11 to install Windows 11 on Windows Update, and I just missed it on both of our machines here in the house. Neither one of our machines have got it again. I've got the notification again.
I agree with him. He says Microsoft is really pushing Windows 11. I agree.
Oh yeah, they are.
Of course they are.
I don't know if this one will fit or not. I don't think it will. Let me see how bad that's going to look.
They want everybody to find the bugs for all the different hardware out there.
Well, let them find it. I'll get it when I really need to.
Well, we were told, or I was told, we're in the top 25 of the biggest companies with it, but we're not higher. So there's 24 companies higher users. A number of installed users.
So there's different tier brackets, which you're essentially saying.
I was just talking to one of our reps at IBM or Microsoft.
6 months old and a laptop, Jim.
Yeah, that's what I kind of figured. Yeah,
I
it's
like
hard. It's hard. I have this theory. I have no real basis for it, but I have this theory that the newer your hardware is, the sooner you see the Windows 11 thing.
Oh no, but that makes a lot of sense.
Because as soon as it goes and talks to Microsoft, oh, this guy's got hardware that's like a year old. It's like, let's get him on board.
Yeah, my entire right side of my Windows Update says, this PC can run Windows 11. Great news, your PC meets the minimum requirements. Windows 10 features aren't available on Windows 11, and in the blue it says, check device specifications, see if it's ready to install, or learn more about Windows 11. Now, a while back, I did check the box that says, no, I do not want Windows 11, and I haven't had any issues with it since. So
you'll get another one.
Oh, I'm sure I will. I fully expect it.
But like I say, when I'm being a smart, I want somebody that's been using it for a month to tell me all the bad things they run into, compared to Windows 10.
That start menu thing is what I don't
You
like.
think Microsoft will come out with Windows 12?
Why not? Will Ford come out with a new Mustang? Why not? It's called marketing.
Oh, yeah, speaking of Mustang, I'm glad you reminded me of that. Thank you.
I'm old-fashioned, I guess, but I just wish they would I just wish Microsoft would just leave it alone and just have.
Okay, Alex, you're a good example. You're never going to get a new white wheelchair. They should leave it alone. Never get a new one. Never, ever. Won't be better. Never. Is that what you're saying?
Some people don't.
Some people do want them, though.
But we're talking about different things. We're talking about a wheelchair versus a piece of computer software.
What's the difference?
You improve a wheelchair, you improve software. There is no difference.
Yeah.
There is no difference.
Somebody worked on it.
Yeah.
They gotta do updates for security.
Or at the very least, they had an update on Office this month with Excel spreadsheet macros.
Again, they're still patching those things?
Yes.
Yep.
Jesus Christ.
You get a guru at Excel, you can wipe out a drive with a macro and not even ask.
So do you think it's ever going to be conceivable that they'll keep updating, which I agree they will keep updating operating systems, as most things will continue to be improved, but do you think there'll come a point in time where those that want it can readily get it, and those that have no interest will not be bugged to death to get it?
No.
But that would be a nice feature.
Okay, I can answer this with what I've actually been told and what I think I know. Okay, I'm not going to bug you to take Windows 11, but you're not going to get any more Windows 10. You happy? I'm happy. You got a Taurus. You got a Taurus for 19.
Isn't that kind of what the cutoff date of October 2025 is, though? They're just telling you after 2025, there's not going to be any more updates to it, and basically you're going to be forced to get Windows 11.
I think they'll extend it.
No, actually, they're going to probably pull it back. They're going to try to.
Well, my aunt's computer isn't capable of running Windows 11, but I
That's the
put
problem.
Windows 11 on it.
That's why they don't want people to have 7- and 8-year-old computers.
Yeah, they're not secure.
And there's a new chip coming out called, I think it's Plutonium or Pluto or something. Anybody knows what I'm talking about?
Pluto, I think.
Thank you. Yeah.
Planets of the universe? Oh, no, I'm sorry.
No, it's the last chip that will ever be found in a computer. Get it? Last chip, Pluto.
I believe it's
Oh,
Pluto.
okay.
I'm not sure.
Oh. Pluto the dog?
Are we still? Oh, we're on YouTube. I got a Pluto joke.
Yeah, we're still streaming.
I don't believe that it would be the last chip because I'd be just like Microsoft said that it Windows or Kerry said that Windows 10 would be the last.
Okay, now everybody here knows, and I don't care who knows, I'm not Kerry's biggest fan. But why would you quote Kerry? Does he work for Microsoft?
Well, he can stick his pinky in a light socket, see if he comes up with any more bright ideas.
No, I'm asking Alex.
That's a good one. I like that.
Alex, maybe I do or don't know. That's fine. I agree. Don't trust it, but look for yourself. But why would somebody not come up with a new product?
They're always going to come up with new products, Alex.
Microsoft is a $1 trillion corporation. Almost, excuse me. They're not going to come up with a Windows 11, 12, 15, 20, 25, 30. They're going to go until they milk that Windows cloud to death. Some of them go back to a Windows 3, 311, 95. I probably missed one. 99, 98, 98 SE. 98 SE.
It's just like
2000 ME. Did I miss any?
It's just like camera equipment. Canon will go out of business if they didn't keep updating it and coming out with better models.
Yeah, I mean, it's just common sense. Why would they not come out with something new? Oh, well.
Why not?
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, we'll just keep selling that old. I look at it as a car, 1988 Taurus. An 88, it was still a piece of shit, but you bought it. Would you buy an 88 Taurus today?
Nope.
On a bet? Honest year, I don't want to buy an 88 Taurus.
I wouldn't mind having a Tesla myself.
I'm going to show you exactly what I was talking about when someone reaches the limit of chat. In order for me to show this, I have to hide a little bit of Alex and a little bit of the second person in the. I don't have any.
Well, that probably wouldn't be bad if it stayed on there for like maybe 10 seconds and then just disappear. You know, give everybody enough time to read it.
Hey, Ken, can you go up about another 1/8 of an inch? Or are you at the top?
Let me turn it back on and I'll see. I honestly do not know.
You look like you have room. I don't know if that's.
Yeah, you can move it up a little. Not much.
All right, I'm going to try to move it up just a little. Is that enough or more?
One more, Ken.
Still move some more.
That's about the top right there.
There you go. Right there, perfect.
Yeah,
okay. And as far as the timing goes, well, the thing is there, that kind of cuts off who it is, but because
it's not too bad right now.
It's not really cutting off anything for most people.
Can you read who it is, though?
That's for most people.
Oh, yeah.
Because I read good evening, I've had Windows 11. I don't see the person that put it on there. I know who it was. Okay, good. Good. Cool.
It's completely visible.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. I made full screen. Right. Now, as far as the timing goes, right now, I just go in there and turn it off after it's been seen.
Are you doing it? Would you have to do it manually or for everything?
I'm doing the chat thing that's coming up manually right now. Now, I did move the Zoom window, and it didn't move on the screen. That's got me a little perplexed because it should have moved. So I'm just going to put it back. Yeah, I just discovered this morning and got it working, and didn't have enough time today to get it where I want it as far as the automation goes.
It's a cool feature.
It's something I've wanted to do for quite some time. It's been available on StreamYard and I believe maybe Twitch. And it hadn't been available for OBS till about 6 months ago. This is where it's at. There are some things that can be done to it that I have reached out because I watched the guy's video twice. I followed it literally frame by frame by frame, and there's one part that he does that I cannot make work, which screws everything up. So for now, it is what it is. If someone makes a comment and I think it's worthy, I'm just going to hit the button. It'll come up. Everyone sees it. I don't know, 5-6 seconds is probably cool. And then I'll turn it off and we'll be good.
Constance the Mag, I think. Anyway, can you hear me?
I'm sure he can. He's on the stream.
Okay. Anyway, to answer one of your questions, the clock should be this Tuesday on multiple monitors. They also are having a question because people are discussing and arguing in Microsoft. Do you want on your second monitor the icons that are only on that monitor or all icons? So in my instance, I have Outlook on the left-hand monitor. Do I want just Outlook on that monitor? Or do I want all the icons on the taskbar on that monitor?
I don't like all the icons on the second monitor because it screwed with some people at work. They clicked on it and it closed stuff on the first monitor by accident.
Well, no, I mean, you have to look and see if something's open.
Yeah, well, some people are dumb. They don't look at that.
People dumb? No.
No.
You know what I don't like?
How is a machinist dumb? I don't get that one.
So Kenny, is there still an echo? I had turned my volume up. It might have been the fact I turned the volume up a little bit on my speakers.
I don't hear echo.
It has to be at his end. I don't hear an echo.
I don't hear echo either.
Icons on taskbar makes sense to me too.
And yes, he can hear you.
I don't like the fact that by default the taskbar is turned on all the just on the second monitor now, especially at church when they're using presentation software that takes over the whole screen. You can still see the taskbar on the bottom, which is annoying to me.
Yeah, it does get annoying. There's a way to turn it off, but I forgot how to do it.
I know there is, and I got turned.
Oh, you just go in there, you just go in the taskbar and unlock it and say automatically hide taskbar when not used until the mouse is floating over it. That's one way to do it.
Yeah.
I wish with Windows 11 they let us move the taskbar where we want to.
That is the one you're correct, and I have heard that's not coming back.
Really?
Yeah, because they're changing some of the Windows settings or Office settings, and it's suddenly a screen over the way. Close. If you put the taskbar, let's say, on the left-hand side of the screen, you're going to have problems with the layover from Office 365.
They might change it. They've changed it. They've made some improvements I've seen, even though I don't have it.
Well, I mean, again, double check yourself, but they're saying that's a showstopper because they're not reading 365.
Oh, really?
I mean, as in, if you take a look at your screen right now, just your screen, if you put your taskbar on the left-hand side for, let's say, a quarter inch, it's going to screw up with the left-hand side, let's say, itself.
Oh, that makes perfect sense.
So they're saying we need to worry about that. But then again, a lot of people don't use 365 yet.
I do.
I don't.
We're out sooner or later.
I use Wiggle Office.
I've got a personal and a business 365, all tied to one machine. And I've got a terabyte on each one as far as OneDrive. So basically, I've got 2 terabytes of off-site storage.
Actually, next time you're in here, I think it's personal. The one with 6 users is cheaper.
Oh, that's a family deal?
Yeah, whatever. It's $99 as opposed to, what, $6.99 for each one? Something like that.
$99 a month?
Oh, a year.
Oh, a year? I think I pay $6 a month.
That's $70. 70 something.
And the other one
72.
is, the business one is to where I do my photography stuff. And my website is on there, but it's not published. And that's through GoDaddy, and all that's tied in with Microsoft 365, which is a nice, actually I like them better than the personal one. It's a lot more user friendly. But I got the Microsoft Office Pro and all that stuff from that end, so it's kind of nice to have that too.
I can't, I'm mispronouncing the thing, it's my fault. Anyway, I'm not a big cost of that's Jeff Ryman, but it's $89 there, and they took it 18 or 15 months instead of 12 for Office 365.
$99 a year, five device plan.
So what is the point of paying for web hosting or whatever, and your
Well,
website?
I have a business email and I have other stuff going on in the background that I'm still working on. And Ken knows I have a personal email and I have a business email for my photography. But that's only costing me like $5 a month. So I'm not complaining at all with the prices I'm paying.
You know what I just thought would be better than doing this on YouTube? If I could somehow put the message from the YouTube stream in the Zoom itself. That way everybody could see it. Like the two spaces.
Zoom would see it, right?
Right. The two spaces that is next to Tim and Gary on the Zoom on the lower left and lower right. If I could somehow figure out how to put those in there, that would be cool. I mean, this is good. I like this. I've always wanted to do this. So this is, I'm like a kid in a candy shop right now with this. But if I could get it in here, that would be even better. Just thought I'd throw that out there. Man, killed the room with one comment.
Oops. Put it in Zoom. Make it work.
Yeah, I got to figure out how to do that, and that's scary.
Well, Doug was rebroadcasting. I don't know how he did that today. He had another one on Zoom.
He was using XSplit camera, which is the same thing as Ken's favorite subject.
Don't say it. Don't say it.
Camera.
I knew it.
Virtual camera. Virtual camera.
I knew you'd say it.
I don't know what that was.
Hold on, I'm stopping my right hand from grabbing. No, don't put him in the waiting room. No. So, Alex, do you think maybe we can make that work by using the virtual camera? No, because that would have to go back to Zoom. So I'm not. Never mind.
Capture card.
I've got one thanks to Robert, which I can never thank him enough for that. Works out perfectly. Now I can demonstrate OBS stuff without having the mirroring effect. It's pretty cool.
Hey, Kim, I subscribe to your channel.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
You're welcome.
Now I'm down to 884, 882. Oh, come on, that had to be halfway funny, or at least quarter way funny. I mean, Alex got it. He grinned.
Well,
Hey, Kim?
Yeah, Gary.
Thank you. Is it still echoing? Echoing?
You would have to ask Kenny Witten, and he'll tell me in a minute. He says it's only Tim and you. So I don't know.
Really?
And it's probably my settings. I've got my audio so incredibly screwed up that right now I'm just working to get to Thursday, get moved, get set up, and then I'm going to get all this ironed out. And I apologize for that. It's not fair to people to hear the echoes and the screeches and the, like earlier today when we had the jet fighters flying through my room. That was pretty cool.
Now it's Alex. I think it's you, Kim.
Hey, Kim,
Yes.
you have a YouTube channel?
Yes.
What is it?
Search for. You see my name on the Zoom here.
Yeah.
Search for that in YouTube. You'll find it.
Okay.
So going around the horn, starting with the professor, we'll do a Doug thing and say a short sentence so we can narrow this down. Alex, go.
hello, Ken.
Greg?
What can I do?
Rick?
Well, we're all doing well tonight.
Josh?
How come I get food?
Jim?
Yeah, Microsoft. People give you what you want when you would like it, Gabor.
Tim?
Are you from Argentina?
Ah,
No, I'm from Brazil.
And Gary.
I don't know what I'm doing. And I will always be confused.
That is was bad.
Oh man, that wasn't an echo. That was a stutter. Okay, Kenny. So there, I had everyone go around the horn. How was that?
Damn, my hard drive's skipping.
Wow. Says echo is on everyone but me. Okay, hang on. Let me make a change then.
Might be something.
No, it might be my settings. Hang on. All right. Can I get an audio check on Zoom, please?
Testing 1, 2, 3.
I'm not going to change anything and see how that goes over. All I did is I moved my audio source from one monitor to the next. So real quick, go around the horn again. I don't need to call your names out. Alex, go.
Hello. Hello. We're having a meltdown here.
I'm lost. Please help. Which is nice. Hello, man. There's no fighting in the war room.
There's help out there somewhere.
Now we got two people saying there's an echo, and I'm the only one. Okay, I give up. I'm blaming it on YouTube.
It was a bad update.
Okay, he says Constanza de Mage, or however you say it, sorry about that, is saying this is better, so we'll leave it right there and be good to go for now. And Tony Wallace says he's lost, and now he says fine. So I think he's okay with being lost.
Then I would say if it's not broken, don't fix it.
Oh, Ken doesn't live by that motto at all.
Yeah, oh.
Nope. No, I do not.
I have a quick commentary just because I made about Windows 10, 11, and 47, Office 365. Is most people, I wish quote Jeff was here, but most people aren't used to this. We've been paying monthly and quarterly fees for software.
Yep.
Forever.
Yep.
My daughter sells software for her own company, and these people are paying per seat $100 a month for software.
I don't like it.
Especially
for
yeah, but we're talking
especially for software for like Adobe and Photoshop and all that stuff. It used to be a standalone, a one-time fee, and now it's a monthly fee.
Well, the stuff I'm talking about is monthly forever. It's $1 million up front, $100 a person. You know, maybe you have 200 people using it.
Huh.
So they're writing a big check every month. Ouch. Take a look at some of your insurance companies. Blue Cross has almost 200,000 workers around the country. Each one of them with a specialized software paying $100 a month.
Mm-hmm.
So if you call Blue Cross up and say, "Do you want Microsoft 365, basically Office, $6 a month, $10? Hell yeah, that's cheap." It's like we were talking to Jeff the other day. The auto companies are looking to put I don't know, everybody has heard this, but a quick story. Like, let's say heated seats, and every seat they make, every seat. But by the computer in the car, turn it off for you because you didn't pay for it. And then next month you say, I saw it in Ken's car. I like that. Okay, Tim, we'll charge you $2 a month for it. You want air conditioning too? We'll charge you $3 for that. So now you're paying $5 a month for the next 10 years. You never own it. You keep paying for it.
Yeah,
that's cheaper than buying it, but it's nice. It's an income stream for the car companies. And if you find somebody that can get in the computer and change it yourself, next month we'll come in and we'll look at it and say, I don't think so. We got you down for heated seats, air conditioning. Flip off the heater or whatever.
I see what you're saying.
But see, a lot of people don't. I mean, at one point in time, I'm younger than you are, but Jim, I think Ken, are literally my age. When we were young, you never heard of leasing a car. I mean, you don't own it? Oh my God. And my dad, you pay for a car in 1 year, 3 years if you were, a working class type guy. One year was, management. You didn't have a long payment. Now we have 7-year, 6-year payments. I bought a car, and they offered me 8 years for one of the cars I bought.
I had a 6-year payment deal.
Now people first they were 1 year, 2 year, now they're 3-year leases for.
Though it gets me, I sold the damn thing before the 6 years was up.
Why not?
As long as there's no penalty for paying it off early, why not?
Well,
I did pay off early.
some loans, even mortgages, have penalties for paying too much ahead of time.
Yep.
I did not know that.
Oh yeah, you said that. Oh, we'll pay it off early, and how much is an extra $500 a month then? Because you worked overtime last week. Oh, you paid too much. We'll fine you. It's just like I don't know how many people here know this. If you pay too much taxes, maybe you say, "Oh, I made a lot of money, and I'll send in 5,000 extra." If you pay too much, they will fine you. Isn't that great?
That's just freaking wonderful.
And if you pay too little, they'll fine you. And if you pay the right amount, they'll audit you. I have never had a bad tax return, but I've been audited like 7 times. I'm being audited right now.
Damn.
I said it with pride because they wait 8, 10, 12 weeks.
Can I ask you?
They probably waste millions of dollars doing that audit too.
I
actually had one where they owed me $200.
Do you do your own taxes or have them done?
Yeah, I do my own taxes.
My work pays for it if they do it.
Oh, okay. I was going to say, you might want to get a different accountant if you've been audited 7 times.
No, it's a business deal.
Oh, okay. So I got the volume issue worked out, I think, pretty good. I went in and made some adjustments in OBS. I actually lowered it down to where I figured it would be too low, and it got feedback that it was. Then I bumped it up a little bit, and now they're saying it's much better. So I'm not going to touch it. Tony Wallace says it's okay now. I'm going to leave it as is.
I
don't believe that for a minute.
I noticed that on Doug's channel one day. I muted Zoom because I wasn't using headphones and switched over to YouTube. Everybody was echoing except for Doug.
Hey, Tim?
Yes.
Could you mute for 1 second?
Sure.
Hey, Kim, can you talk?
I can talk. What would you like me to talk about?
I can tell you what that is, Gary. That's Tim's using Bluetooth headphones and he's too far away from his computer.
Tell him, Tim, you heard what Alex said. Did you hear it sounding like crunching cereal? When you talk, it sounds like a crunching cereal, Tim.
Maybe there you
go.
Am
I crunching cereal now?
No, you're good now.
Yeah, I couldn't hear you seriously.
There was a little bit of breaking up going on. I don't know why. I guess what Alex says makes sense. I mean, you know me.
Yeah,
Mr. Technical.
Technical difficulties.
Maybe you need to unpair it and repair it.
I haven't done that before.
I like the monster in the background.
That's a cool chair, isn't it?
Yeah. You look scary. Ooh. Wouldn't want to mess with him.
Well, if he could show you his clown, but Catherine might be watching and we don't want to scare her.
Cat lady? I used to have a cat lady doing her apartment day. I think she had, 3 or 4 cats. They were all over the place. Oh, that's Catherine. I'm sorry.
My neighbor's got. My neighbor's got.
That's pretty good, Greg. We timed that out really good. I switched to that one, and you put your clown up. We didn't even practice that.
How the heck? That is scary looking. Is that one of those clowns that come out of the drain ditch in this roads?
If you're talking about Greg, that's also.
Remind me of my ex-girlfriend.
Yeah, I used to be my nickname in grade school. Bozo.
Hey, Greg.
Started knocking kids to the floor, and for some reason they stopped.
Yeah, my wife and I were talking about the Navy for a second. How long does the Navy send a ship out with the guys and girls, whatever, on it? Away from home, basically.
My niece and nephews
can be 3 weeks of short exercises off the Atlantic coast, or it could be a med cruise, which is usually 6 to 8, 9 months, or it can be a year.
Which is more average, the 6 months or quote 3 weeks?
The 6 months is usually average. That's what it was when I was in. Except when Gaddafi pulled his shit, we had to take another carrier's duties, and we were extended 3 months, so we were gone 9 months. So when I came back 2 weeks later, my second son was born.
My niece and nephew they're in the Navy, and it's still average 6 months. But I have seen them gone for a year, and which is kind of crazy. They have kids.
Yeah.
I don't know how they pull that off. They're gone, and their kids are left at home. How do you? I don't understand that.
The wife has to take care of everything. The car breaks down, she's got to get it towed and fixed.
Yep.
If the water heater explodes, she's got to get it fixed. If the furnace breaks, she's got to get it fixed. That's it. That's all there is to it.
Yeah.
But these particular people are married, and they're both in the Navy.
They're both active duty.
Yeah.
Only one will be deployed at a time.
I've seen them both deployed, I think.
I know people, husband and wife, they're both deployed, but they're in 2 different. One, I can't remember, but
I've
they're
been
both
married.
gone for a while.
I've been married 5 years. My wife didn't know I wasn't in
I just got married. Wife bumped over.
Well, you should have joined us back in September, and we could have prevented that from happening.
the Navy. At least Catherine would have.
Well, let's see. Jim's married. I'm married. Gary's married. Now we know Josh is married, so got to be something. Got to be so. Oh, and divorced already?
I haven't been with anybody in 2 years, so.
You don't need to hear that.
Should I end the YouTube stream? Is that what we're saying?
This isn't kids anymore. This is Dr. Ruth.
I may have to use Chris Garrett's parental advice, whatever that was he was saying earlier today.
Ian, don't single me out because I'm the only one that's never been married.
Okay, I won't.
I'm just messing with you.
Hey, Alex, I have shoes over than you are.
Don't be in a hurry to get married. It's not all it's made out to be, believe me.
My wife left a year after we bought this house.
Hey, you're still there. That's
well, aren't you lucky?
No, not really.
Because he's probably still paying the mortgage.
Greg, if you don't mind me, Greg,
8 years ago.
if you don't mind me asking, was she American?
Yeah.
Okay, never mind.
She's from Chicago.
Just
one.
one.
We talk, my wife has the deed to the house and my car title in her hand.
I just don't like it when you break up and you inherited all their credit problems.
Yeah, I've had that happen to me, but I paid it
That
off quickly.
sucks. And after you pay all that stuff off, you still have creditors looking for this particular person 8 years later.
My dad had one of those after my mom died.
My wife and I, we were born the same year, different months. I was born in April, and she was born in June of 1993.
Oh, a Taurus and a Gemini. Ooh, that could be rough.
94. That's the same year I was born.
1993.
My wife's a visa and I'm an American
So
Express.
you're about a year older than me.
Yep. 28.
I want to see what. Oh, I can't select that one.
28
Okay.
years old.
Man, I wish I was 28 again.
I retired in August of '94 from the Navy.
I was born 3 months premature.
I
Doctors
really,
didn't think I was
I
going
was
to make
too.
it. The
I was
doctors
2
didn't think I
pounds
was
and
going
4
to make it.
ounces when I was born.
I was so sick that I was born black. I had jaundice so bad that I was born black, and the doctors didn't think I was going to make it, and they had to hurry up and emergency baptize me. The doctors said I would never walk, I would never talk, and I pulled every one of them.
Well, at 8 years old, I had open heart surgery that I almost didn't survive because open heart surgery, they stop your heart. Well, after the surgery was done, they tried to get it restarted. The surgeon had to break protocol just to get me to paddle me one more time because the doctor said this kid deserves a life. Took the paddles from the other doctors here, I'll do it. Bang. Shocked me one more time with my chest wide open and got my heart beating. But I almost didn't make it. That's what they told my parents after surgery. They had a hell of a time getting my heart started. But he took the paddles from the other doctor that refused to do it because he didn't want to break protocol and said, "Then fine, I'll do it. This kid deserves a life." He paddled me one more time and I'm still here.
My wife and I were talking about this today. This actually isn't a joke, it's totally true. About hospitals and doctors.
Again.
Yeah. Hospitals and doctors.
Oh,
Like
man.
There was only one doctor and one nurse on the whole floor. And the doctor was an intern, so shouldn't even be in there by himself. And he delivered a baby. Everybody says, "Why was there my baby was born?" Or, I cut the cord, or I did something, hoo-hoo about that. When the baby was born, he handed the baby to me without a cloth. I had to get the cloth, hold that. Then he worked on my wife, and then he told me, "Grab these clamps." He said, "Put one here and here." And then he said, he cut the cord. And he said, "Go put the baby over and I'll be right there." And the incubator thing. The baby was 9 pounds. My girl daughter was 9 pounds, but it was like, so I didn't cut the cord, but I think I helped. And then her doctor showed up about 10 minutes later. And he said, "How's it going?" And baby's healthy. They said, "Okay, I'll be here tomorrow." And they sent her home at 7 o'clock, and that was 11:30. And the doctor called us at home and said, "Where were you guys?" I was there at like 9 o'clock.
Something's going on.
All right.
Yeah.
Another single jet took off.
Another one heading for Ukraine.
Is it Ukraine or Iranian? I think it was Iranian, is what we were told in the State of the Union address.
Well, we have intercepted Russia off of this coast here, so they're able to get to the west coast. I'm assuming from refueling in the air. But this is the second jet that's took off since we've been on here by himself. Now, I don't know if that's the same one or not that's came back and refueled and took off again. But it's kind of odd. When they take off, they're in groups of 8, not single.
Well, my one political statement for today is if Russia said they were going to put major troops in Cuba, we'd be all up in arms. Ukraine, which is on the border, wants to put NATO troops there.
How would you lose that?
Good. I'm on another one right now.
Great. Okay. A late night one, huh?
Yep. Thank God you got that door. It's hot in my room.
Yeah, I know.